Whether or not you take the skins off of your cucumber is up to you. Different cucumbers have different amounts of thickness in the skin, and so you kind of have to go by what you got and your best bet for that. I think that some skins can be a bit bitter, and so if you're trying to avoid that, then you probably want to take the skins off. I am going to remove some of the skins and not all of it. So I'm going to stripe it. I did find out, I actually did not know this, that one of the reasons that people tend to peel cucumbers is because eating the cucumber skins makes some people have heartburn. I was like, I had no clue. So if you're feeding people who tend to have heartburn, you may want to go ahead and peel it. Depending on how much you like them, yes. You can, for raita, you can do chunks of cucumber instead of grated. I like it grated personally, but you do have options there as well. It would help if I managed to grate it directly into this bowl. Or not bowl, but strainer. All right. That is plenty. Now, once again, I've made an enormous mess. So, we're going to do a quick bit of cleanup. I think I'm going to have to go sit down to do the rest of this raita. This week we had a massive storm front and the weather changed drastically. So it went from being in the hundreds to being in the 70s. There were some pretty intense storms and stuff, and I don't know if that's what has knocked the wind out of my sails this week, but I do tend to react strongly to pressure changes. Yeah? What has it been, Dari? In their 60s and 70s? Slightly cool towards you? Tepid? It's not bad, huh? All right. So now. Oh, I forgot about Dari being Canadian. I was talking in freedom units. Have you? Is that what it is, Tommy? Is that the joke? I get it. Okay, okay. Whew. Yeah, yeah. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. Well, Tommy is English, so you know that's one he would be able to make pretty easily. He can think in that direction. Let's see what all I need for this right. Oh goodness. Um. It's okay. I'm terrible at those conversions. I feel very ignorant about it and very American for it. Right, I know, and that's why I can't do it. So there's not really a whole lot going on here. I am going to add, um, I am making the raita. So I've got, um, I'm going to go sit down at the table to do it though, because I am, uh, no, we have the curry powder and the curry, paste made, but the curry itself won't get started until closer to time. We may end up being early today, which is crazy. But because I want it to cook for an hour, um, but it's not very late right now. It's not very late. So I know. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. No. Okay. So, jeez, man. The produce is not good. It's not good. So we'll do garlic, we'll do mint, we'll do a serrano. We've got the cucumber weeping. We'll do yogurt. I think I'm just going to use 1 cup of yogurt. The water. We don't want the raita to be watery in the end. So in order to avoid that, we put it in a strainer in the sink and we sprinkled it with salt. And we're going to let that just weep, to get some of that excess water out of the cucumber, um, so that it doesn't weep while in the yogurt. Craft cam. Oh goodness. Okay, I gotta sit down for a second. I'm I'm not 100% yet, guys. I'm not. I'm better, but I'm not 100%. You want to see what I've done, Debbie? I've been making these little knitted bracelets for the kids at work. And this one I haven't cut off of the thing yet, but this is one of them. Ah, gotcha. What do you think? I don't know if they'll like them, but the pizza. I hope you mean the pizza, not the bracelet. Nice, thank you. I've made a couple others. Um, oh goodness. This one's not as good, I don't think, but. And then there's a third one somewhere. There it is. Okay. This was the first one I tried to do with a little bit of a. This was the very first one I made, right? Um, and then this one was the first one I tried when I was trying to do a little bit of a different design. I like the newer one better than this one. This one actually ties on instead of that way it's more, because I know I have tiny wrists, and so I wanted them to be uh, a more universal size because we have kids of all different sizes in there. I'm going to stay here for a second, okay? And then we'll make the raita. Once we finish the raita, we could probably start the curry. But I'm gonna let myself take some time to get this all done. I know. When I was talking to my sister yesterday, I mentioned that I'm considered tiny in my group because everybody I know is a giant. And she was like, I've never seen any of them. And in my head, they weren't that large. And so I started giving her descriptions of all the people that I hang out with here and how large they are. And she was like, holy crap. All right, I think garlic first. Hi, Izzy. The people I know are large. Yeah, but my sister didn't know that. She in her head, they were in her head. Skip was like a skinny, not terribly tall white dude, and I was like, no, no, no. And she was imagining Ish and Onyx as being closer to my size. Um, so you guys have never actually seen Skip. I will give you. I will give you. I know, right? I can reach it. I just can't reach the stuff on it. She's actually. She might be an inch taller than me, but she's very, very thin. Um, she's just my baby sister. But uh, to give you a description of Skip, since he's the one you guys have never seen, he's about 6'2". His arm span, his wingspan, I guess, is 6 foot. Um, he is a larger dude. He's got a shaved head and a red beard and like arm sleeve tattoos, which he can cover when he needs to be professional. Mhm. Mhm. And he's got piercings and tattoos and all that. But he retained the ability to have them be visible. Yeah. Yeah. Um, he he has two modes. He has like his camo, showing off the tattoos and piercings look, and then he has his professional mode, which um, allows him to be in that world without, in the corporate world without any issues. But either way, he's a giant dude with a little bit of murder face. Not as much murder face as Damn It Billy, but some. How are you today, Izzy? All right, let's put our garlic in. I'm gonna go rinse the garlic off my hands because it's sticky. Um, Candy, are you still there? You should. You should. I'm happy you exist, and I'm grateful for your presence. Thank you for being here and continuing to bless us with your existence. You're one of my favorite people on the whole planet, Izzy. And Canadian. Don't forget Canadian. Dari is. Hmm. Well, I don't know if Chef is still here. He probably had to go back to work. I'm saying that it is statistically more common that you would apologize more often based on your Canadian status. Was that was that politely put enough? Dari, did I do it? Did I win? I don't know if I want to add the entire serrano. I may only add half of this serrano. I'm not gonna do. Okay. Oh, you know what? So Um, so I don't cook my salsa. Um, that is Tex-Mex style salsa is often just tomatoes, onion, garlic, jalapenos, cilantro, lime juice, salt, maybe some cumin. Mm-hmm. Um, but that is a very, very common salsa. It's actually my preferred salsa. I like it better that way than a cooked version. I can enjoy a cooked salsa. That is Miss Izzy. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I know that a lot of authentic Mexican salsas are cooked, and some Tex-Mex are cooked too. But a lot of them are not. Like a basic tabletop. Like when you go to a Tex-Mex restaurant, there is always, always, always chips and salsa on the table. It is guaranteed. Um, and that is normally a raw salsa. Salsa was one of the first, and only for a very, very long time, it was one of the only ways. Do you? Um, it was one of the first and only ways that I could manage to eat raw onions and cilantro for a large portion of my youthful years. Okay, so we got our serrano in there now. They're in the nightshade family, aren't they? Is it nightshades? Is that, or is that something else? That might be something else. I might be getting that wrong. They are nightshades? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Mint. Um, it's yeah, yeah. It's a family of plants or genus that um yeah that a lot of people have difficulty tolerating, and some of them are just poisonous, flat out. Family? Is it a family or a genus? I'm gonna take uh 5 mint leaves. That's a much larger one than the rest. Little blackberries. You know what I thought about that I'd like to do, like as just for fun. Um, I want. Did you guys ever use the miracle berries? Did you ever play with those? I want to order some miracle berries and then get a bunch of random foods like pickles and salsa and things of that nature, and I just have the kids come up and have a day of like taking miracle berries and tasting